From the creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
I like that you're broken like me. Maybe that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely like me. I could be lonely with you.
It's a week of Friday, January 26, 2018. January's almost over
zipping
already.
through 2018.
It's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studios, Eddie Big Cat Koffels.
Bless you, Cameron.
Over there on the ones and twos, our illustrious producer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
His boss, Nathan, is leaving him alone this week.
Yeah,
he's not in the room.
He's trusting.
Yeah.
Feels good.
It's his big review week, so.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned because Chandler already lit up a cigarette and was like, dude, you're really flaunting it, aren't
advantage of
you?
this.
Really flaunting it.
Over
You
there
weren't ready for this move.
It's a menthol.
on the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello. Yeah, Newport.
It is a cool 100 menthol, and he just like his hand shakes as he brings it to his mouth.
the official cigarette of elderly women.
And joining us from Nashville, Tennessee, our newest cast member, author, speaker, podcaster, Annie F. Downs.
Good morning, gents.
Yes, Annie, nice to see you.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
Annie
Thank you
just
so much.
connected the Skype line, and we saw her dashing avatar headshot, and took us all aback.
Annie doesn't play.
In this headshot, she is smoking a Newport cigarette.
But it's in like one of those.
It is very cool.
It's in one of those long holders, and the ash is just like
Yep.
inexplicably
And she
long.
has on gloves that go to her
yeah.
elbows.
I mean, don't
Yeah,
y'all
it's
have the same
intimidating.
fears I have about a headshot? That when it takes a village to take a picture, and then everywhere you show up, people think that same village has done the work to get you looking the way you did in that picture.
I mean, the thing about though, we don't all have villages. I don't have a fancy headshot like Annie F. Downs.
Well, respectfully, you have many headshots.
No, I don't.
You do.
My Facebook picture is me and my kid on a Ferris wheel.
That's your Facebook picture, but you have many handsome, relevant
Right.
shots.
Oh,
Yeah,
those are
that's
just
true.
staff pictures. That's
but
true.
that's still.
I don't have my banners like Annie F. Downs.
No, you do not have a banner. I don't have a
can.
picture. The picture I have on, like, if I'm ever speaking somewhere
Yeah.
is like at our 10-year thing. I'm like, yeah, here's me standing up there talking in a pink shirt.
Yeah, Eddie, you do actually need one.
I do, but like, what am I going to do?
the pink shirt.
Yeah, I need an actual
That was
picture.
a good night. It was a fancy shirt. You wore a good shirt.
I know, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like me anymore. I have new glasses coming tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I got a whole new face.
Oh, your Warbies.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
See, I would feel like if I ever got a headshot, like I would come in and like the photographer and me, I feel like we just need to get on the same page because I'd be like, okay, where do I put the trunks of accessories that I brought? Sporting goods. I have a parrot that I'd like to incorporate in a couple shots. Where do I put these guys?
My favorite headshot that I have ever had taken actually had Jesse in it.
Yes.
Back in 2006, maybe, we decided to do a Relevant Podcast cast family photo
I remember
and went
this.
down to the J.C. Penney's
Yeah.
photo studio.
Yeah, you did.
And we brought outfits and we did a very straight-faced family portrait.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Adam, Jesse, Kara, and I. And she was wearing a mink stole. I was
Yeah.
wearing a fedora.
Yes.
Jesse had a tennis racket for some reason.
Yeah.
It was like
Again, I knew we were going to the Sears Portrait Studio, so I was like, well, I need to bring all these items that represent me. I had several vests that I brought. You know, you want to look. Here's the thing: headshots should be aspirational. It's not to represent me; it's who I want to be,
Aspirational.
and I
It's who I
want
wanna
to
be,
be
right.
A strange vested man who has lots of time for tennis during the day, and that's who I got to be.
It was in the era of the Royal Tenenbaums
Yes,
coming out,
yes,
and
yes,
so
yes.
we were.
Yeah.
It was a straight one of those, and we
Yeah.
printed it up to be a huge poster and sent it to Relevant Relevant Magazine subscribers who had no idea what the podcast was.
Yeah.
Again, podcasting was new, so you subscribe to this Faith and Culture magazine. And this poster of these weirdos dressed
Yeah.
up.
Never get that
With a
$20,000 joke
We
back.
got quite a few of unsubscribed. You know.
Yeah, a lot of cancellations
You're
that
like,
week.
what?
Yeah,
Somebody
so that's
must
why
have-
I haven't had a headshot since.
Yeah, somebody must still have one.
Yeah, people unsubscribe when I get a headshot done. So
Yeah.
The other difference is men don't really wear makeup on headshots, and women do, right? Or do they do a little bit of makeup on
We're
you?
agree to disagree on that one. I am
Yeah.
caked at, I mean, you
I don't
know,
walk out of the house without my face on.
I know.
My T-zone
that's
is
right,
as
Eddie.
dry as can be. I got to take care of that.
because Annie, like, it's not just a headshot. Like, if I'm doing it, there's going to be at least 3 of the shots are one of me as a crying clown. Like, that's important. Why would I pay someone to take these if I don't get that takeaway? You know,
I
Yeah,
do
that's
just
right.
a little something to make my eyes pop, and I want to raise up my cheekbones a bit. So that's
Yeah,
all
there
I
you
do.
go.
It's just a very
And y'all
simple.
can spray
Is that a
tan on
thing?
your six packs and all that kind of stuff too, you know. So for your shirtless numbers.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you have ever actually seen me in person, but I understand in theory what you're saying right now.
yeah, I got one as one of the. I really invested in like a Hollywood caliber makeup artist. I got one as a blue creature from Avatar, and I'm not even into Avatar, but I was just like, you know what? I'm getting a headshot.
You said
I want
let's
the
see
full
what's
range.
possible.
I want the full range. I don't know what
I
the
want to
future
see.
holds. I might
want
need
to see
that.
what's possible. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Right.
To your
As literal as you could.
Lucy gave me the most unintentional sweet burn yesterday.
Oh, wow. Your little sweet
little
daughter.
sweet Lucy, just the best little pal. She's like sitting there hugging me, and she's like, "You're a really soft, sweet guy." And I'm like, "Yes, I am pretty soft."
You kind of what, like, Dad, I don't like hugging you. It's too hard. That's what you're going for.
I'm
Yeah.
right, but just a soft, sweet guy. I'm
You're like a,
"Oh."
you're like a daddy pillow.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I gotta get back on it. We'll get it. New year, new me.
Hey, we have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, we have a compelling interview with rapper artist KB coming up.
Yes.
And also we have a very special game to counterbalance the like sincere like depth
Yeah.
of the KB conversation.
That's
We have one of Jesse's games. Do you want to tell us about it, Jesse?
Yeah, well, actually, I commissioned our own Tyler Daswick, who made a splash last week, and I said,
Dazzle, do it.
listen. I said,
Quite a
listen,
flap.
I need a game for the podcast, and I want to ride the momentum that you have. You know, I want people to get to know you a little. So it somehow combines, we'll explain the rules, both new movie releases and reviews, and also horrific eating world records. It's quite the game
wow.
from the sick mind of Tyler Daswick. So I'm excited to present it. to
Yeah,
the people.
Tyler Daswick last week, if you missed the podcast, a few weeks ago, Jesse brought the hard-hitting slice that IHOP, International House of Pancakes, has announced that through February they are doing unlimited pancakes for $3.99.
That's right.
Last week, we wanted to see if this was true, so we sent our roving reporter, Tyler Daswick, to our local IHOP, where he then partook in, 15 full-size,
15,
full-plate,
yeah.
buttermilk, fluffy pancakes.
Right.
And we met his server, Melissa. Well, it took the internet by storm.
She was nice.
It
She
sure
was
did.
lovely. I
great.
love the suggestion we saw on Twitter yesterday that, forget this dazzle, do it stuff.
Yeah.
The most authentic moment of podcast history was
Yes.
when we interviewed Melissa, the server.
Yeah,
and
it
that we
was-
should just
I
go
loved it.
around and interview hardworking Americans.
You know, that's my favorite part of our show always is when just random people that we've never met before just get to make a new pal. So,
Right.
Sweet little Melissa.
I feel like we need that storycore music next time we do that. That like if you do, it's just a little slice of the heartland is what we're trying to bring.
All right, well, moving the show along, it is time for our weekly look back at what happened in culture and entertainment. It's time for...
In case you missed it.
Hey, in case you missed it, Joel McHale announced this week he's bringing a soup-like talk show to Netflix.
Yeah.
The Joel
Oh, is
McHale
he?
Show is what it's going to be called.
Clever.
Very, very original.
Yeah.
It reunites him with the former producer of his E-series, KP Anderson. It'll be focused on, quote, fast and funny distillation of everything people are talking about that week, along with celebrity guests and sketches. McHale hosted E's Irreverent Clip Show for more than a decade before it ended in 2015. The Netflix series debuts on February 18th.
That's really the missing piece for Netflix, isn't it? They haven't figured out a live or semi-live.
They tried it with the Chelsea Handler thing.
and that just tanked.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched the Letterman one though?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was good.
But it's almost like inside the actor's studio.
Yeah,
Right.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
it's just very-
comedy. It wasn't comedy.
Well-
it's two
well,
people
and it's
just
not-
talking.
Yeah, and it's not news of the day.
Right.
I feel like this would be a good, like, I could see Conan going to Netflix and blowing up there or
Yeah.
something like that. Something that's like it's destination watching like every day.
Conan needs a new home.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People forgot
Conan,
about
but Conan
Conan.
always seems to be the one who gets like moved around based on you're not quite good enough for this, so let's try you over here.
Yeah, but he's kind of had a resurgence because he's been doing a lot of this like traveling. Like he's in Haiti right now,
Yeah.
traveling to these places, and I think he's found a niche for himself. I think,
But
he's-
people forget about him because he's on TBS.
I know.
Yeah.
All I ever
Right.
see is clips. I never
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah.
Poor,
Yeah.
poor Conan.
We love Conan.
Well, they considered blowing up the format of the show and ending it as like a nightly show and just
Yeah.
making it Conan traveling and it would be like weekly. But I think they canned those plans.
Hey, in case you missed it, somehow Paddington 2 has become the best reviewed movie of all time. The kids' movie has received 165 positive reviews and 0 negative, beating the previous record holder, Toy Story 2, which had 164 positive reviews. At one point, Lady Bird held the record with 170 before getting 1 negative one. Just 3 other movies have ever received 100% with more than 100 reviews registered on the site. Toy Story 2, the documentary Man on Wire,
Really?
and a French-German movie called Things to Come. There you go. So Paddington 2, everybody.
What a time to be alive, you know? Paddington 2, the best movie ever.
Yeah.
A CG bear. Basically, it's Avatar set in London.
It's the new Godfather 2.
It may have more to do with so many people having Movie Pass and they're just seeing a lot more movies. The intake may be higher. So like, that was good. I'll leave a review
Yeah. Like, I'm just going to see Paddington 2 alone this afternoon at 3 o'clock.
because it's free.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
Me and my
greatest
bros.
movie of all time. It's the most
Right.
critically acclaimed film ever. You can't go wrong, even though the plot, I think, is just him trying to get more marmalade. I'm pretty sure that's the whole movie. But
No, I've seen the
Very
commercials. He goes to jail. It's a dark twist.
Oh,
He
that's
goes to
right.
jail, and then he turns the jail into a lovely, lovely place to be.
You know what is another really well-regarded movie? Shawshank Redemption. And there's a scene where Paddington has clawed his way into a sewage tunnel with a soup spoon, with a marmalade spreader. And he comes out of the sewage into the rain, and it is spectacular. I mean, just tears. It's really good.
Hey, in case you missed it, the first clip of for the new movie Come Sunday shows that it will tackle the theology of hell head on. So it shows star Chiwetel Ejiofor portraying real-life mega-church pastor Carlton Pearson as he defends his theological revelation before a group of elders in which he said God told him that there is no hell. Here's a clip.
I want to ask you something. Is there anybody you've loved in your own life who backslid and is in hell right now?
My daddy's in hell. What about it?
And did you love him?
Of course I did. He was my daddy. But he beat my mama. He beat me. He was a fornicator.
And now God's punishing him. He's suffering in hell. He's tortured and tormented for all eternity. So let me ask you something. Would you get him out of hell if you could?
That ain't up to me.
Well, if it was, if there was a way we could negotiate with God, with Jesus in the blood, you'd get your daddy out of there quick as you could, wouldn't you?
I can't answer that.
Of course you would. Anybody would. So the question we have to ask ourselves is this. Are we more merciful than God?
Jesse and I both went to college in Tulsa, and in Higher Dimensions, Carlton Pearson's church was a megachurch in Tulsa. He actually went to ORU.
Oh, wow.
And was like kind of the favored son of the university. Even when I was in school there, he would come speak in chapel and stuff like that. And then I remember when he adopted his more controversial theological positions, the church imploded. I mean, there was a mass exodus, and I mean, it was this megachurch facility that had a few hundred people going, and then eventually it just, kind of ended over the years after I left school. Was it still going when you were there?
It had just all transpired because I remember as a freshman looking for a church to go, and I remember driving by it and asking guys, if I should check that out. And me not knowing any of the nuances of the story or really any context for it, they were like, no, the pastor kind of went off the deep end. And it wasn't for years later till I kind of knew the story. And it's hard to overstate how dramatic this is a decade and a half prior to Rob Bell, causing controversy over essentially the same thing. But at one point, Carlton Pearson was the heir apparent to Oral Roberts University. Oral actually called him his black son,
Oh, wow.
It's hard to overstate how significant of a figure he wasn't just in Tulsa and the local community there, but also really a rising figure in evangelicalism.
Yeah. Like on TBN, had a national following, big thing, and then, adopted this position and just was excommunicated essentially from that world, the kind of faith charismatic preaching world. So the movie is actually based on a story that was broadcast on This American Life a couple years ago, which looked at the dramatic consequences Carlton Pearson faced after staking his position.
That's what I've heard.
So then last year, we talked with producer of This American Life, Ira Glass, in Relevant, and he explained to us the appeal of the story to him. He said, the reason I think people are with it is partly the nuance and partly because it takes you into a world that if you're not going to a megachurch and you don't know that kind of world, it takes you into that world in a very intimate way. But partly this is a classic story of somebody standing up for what they believe in, right or wrong, and then they suffer the consequences. It's fascinating. I can't wait to see how he handles this.
Yeah, I'm really
movie.
excited. I obviously the theological position is so controversial, but I feel like for people to write it off because they don't agree with it theologically are missing an opportunity to not just engage in a broader conversation, but to really examine how the church deals with ideas that don't jive with orthodoxy. Is the best thing to do to cast someone out and to essentially brand them a heretic? You know, I feel like that's what's going to make this movie so interesting, is because it isn't just concerned about the questions he's asking, it's concerned about the reaction to them.
Yep. Hey, in case you missed it, Instagram this week says it mistakenly, that's a quote, deleted a post by megachurch pastor Jamal Bryant calling for a boycott of H&M. So the clothing brand had come out under fire recently after it released an image of a young African-American boy wearing a hoodie that read, "Coolest monkey in the jungle."
Super
it was
messed up.
everywhere. Super messed up.
Yeah.
The clothing line, or the clothing item, drew global protests and criticism from celebrities, including LeBron James. The Weeknd, G-Eazy announced that they would be cutting ties with the company. Eventually, H&M issued an apology saying, "We agree with all the criticism that this has generated. We have got this wrong, and we agree that even if unintentional, passive, or casual racism needs to be eradicated wherever it exists." But one high-profile critic of the shirt, Baltimore's Empowerment Temple pastor Jamal Bryant, had his post, which called for a boycott, deleted from Instagram because he was told it, quote, "does not promote harmony." After a backlash of their own, about a week later, Instagram restored Pastor Bryant's post.
Yeah.
In a message to the Christian Post, they simply said, we mistakenly removed the content and worked to rectify the mistake as soon as we were notified. The reversal of the deletion came after Pastor Bryant posted a video explaining that the platform had removed his post and further called for an H&M boycott.
I don't see how they I mean,
exactly.
Look, moderation is a delicate and unglamorous art, right? And there's algorithms involved, but there's also people involved. It was gone. It was off for a week. Something to me just doesn't add up about it. You know,
Right.
Either someone made a really bad judgment call, or their algorithm does not work.
Yeah. Pastor Bryant, you might know from The Real Housewives of Potomac. His ex-wife is on that show.
Really?
Pastor Jamal Bryant's ex-wife.
Is that on Bravo?
It's on Bravo.
Yes, it's on
Are you being
Bravo.
serious?
You're a
Real
big
Housewives
fan.
of Potomac, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Wait.
D.C., Baltimore, Potomac area. Yeah.
When I say Cameron's a big fan, I'm not joking. Cameron, this is you may have mentioned this before on the show, but I know for a fact that the way he unwinds and tunes out is
right.
the Real Housewives series. The whole Bravo.
Is
line.
that real, Cameron?
Yeah, I'm with you, Annie. I'm not quite sure what's happening right now.
I
Usually I can read
we
this
can go
moment.
deep into this if this is real, because I have some thoughts.
Oh, it's
but I can't tell
100%.
if-
It's 100% true. I DVR all the Housewives series, and I put them on at night when I'm just on laptop time and don't need to actually watch TV, but want to have something on.
Eddie, I still don't know.
It's true.
Cameron, I got a question.
He does have
As
some really
someone,
wild
as someone
viewing.
who likes to slow the gears down in the evening.
Pastor Jamal Bryant made
Yes.
made a couple cameos in the debut season of Real Housewives
Did you
of
like
Potomac.
Potomac though? I mean, let's just talk about it for a second,
not,
Cameron.
Not too much.
No. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite cast?
Are they like extremely wealthy? Because usually aren't the Real
Yeah,
Housewives
yeah,
people
yeah,
very
they're all
wealthy?
really wealthy.
She's she's very pretty, but she's not quite as wealthy as the other one. So that's part of the tension, because she's the single mom, because
that's right.
Pastor Bryant kind of did her wrong during the divorce.
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah, it's
So
a
he
whole thing.
appears on the show even though
He
they got a
popped
divorce?
in a couple times because he's kind of the deadbeat dad, but he's trying to make right.
Oh.
wow.
Yeah.
Here's my question for both Annie and Cameron. I try to. My big problem is in the evenings I have trouble slowing the gears down. I'm running. It's not going to surprise anyone. I'm running at extremely high speed all the time. I need something to kind of to cool the engines. You know what I mean? To downshift a little.
Yeah.
So as two people who are very know the world of Bravo very well, and I feel like you both are getting the same thing out of it, which is what I'm looking for. Yeah. What's a gateway drug? What's the entry point, man? I how do I get into that?
You know what?
So that I can mellow out.
All of Bravo or to Real Housewives?
You can't go. You can't go
Solitude.
straight Real Housewives. You can't go. I think you got to go Southern Charm.
Say yes to the
Go one of
dress.
those,
No, Southern Charm over
Summer House, maybe one of those like 8 episode series.
Diners,
Summer
drive-ins, and
House.
dives.
Because I think the Real Housewives thing, it's just too much fake arguments now. It's just too forced.
Yeah.
I'm not even enjoying it in this last era.
Totally.
I think you got to go
has
fresh
changed.
blood, new shows. Just find something new, latch onto it.
Yeah, well, that's my problem. Is like my mindless show that I'm watching when I'm trying to unwind in the evenings, my laptop time, as you would say, is House Hunters. But the drama's not high enough stakes. I mean, the biggest fight they get in is we one-on-one crown molding or 9-foot ceilings. I need some more attention than that.
House Hunters is dead to me because it came out a couple years ago that the entire thing is fake.
Yes.
Oh,
That
yeah.
the
It
house
is.
hunting family has usually already purchased the home and they go back and pretend to be house shopping.
Listen, I have friends that do an Atlanta house reno show.
Yeah.
And on almost every episode, the families that come in to shop for the houses are our other friends.
Yeah, of course, because
Oh, yeah.
they specifically go, I really love the tile that happened to be a conversation piece, when they were deciding to install that tile. Oh, I really
Yes.
love the floors. Oh, I really love oh, come on. Everything's
But I feel
fake.
like that's probably the case with most of these reality shows.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's the same
all
thing with the Real
scripted.
Housewives.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
But the
you
budgets
have a,
on House Hunters aren't real either because the husband does one thing and the wife does another, and then they have $2 million to spend. I'm
Yeah.
like, no. How are you doing
Yeah,
this?
I know someone who's a high-ranking producer on the Housewives series, and
Like, we went to college. He went to college with me.
No, Jesse's just
Y'all are
really.
friends with somebody behind the scenes of the Housewives?
oh yeah,
Cameron,
oh, yeah.
you
Big
buried
time.
the lead, bro. That's the first thing you say.
I don't know her. Jesse's friends with her.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I would just say there is a veil of entertainment, placed over these storylines.
Let's say this. She's a writer for the Housewives series.
Sure.
Yeah, producer.
Well, that-
writer and producer. Yeah.
I agree, Cameron, that as the seasons have continued, the fights seem more intentional versus women who just get in arguments randomly.
Yeah, I know. It's
I don't
a
know
bummer.
any real housewives that are real housewives that fight as much as Bethany Frankel and those other women fight with each other.
Well, you guys watch. I mean, did you
But I
guys
still
see
watch
the
it.
season finale of I think it was The Hills back in the day on MTV, and the final shot of The Hills? No. Was them kind of, it was, I'm going to butcher some of the details, but essentially what it was two of the main characters you've been following for all these years on this reality show having like a final kind of relationship talk on a street that was very common for them to be in on the show,
Right.
in the, Laguna Beach or the Hollywood Hills or wherever. And the last shot was a slow pull out to reveal it was a giant soundstage.
No way.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I mean, for the
remember
reality
hearing
show.
about that.
Chandler, did you see that?
I didn't see it, but I remember hearing about it, and it was
He was too young.
No, I was in high school at the time.
He wasn't allowed to watch that.
I
Or
wasn't
The
allowed to
Simpsons.
watch it. Yeah, that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
you guys blocked MTV in the house. Your parents.
Oh yeah, no, we did.
No.
My mom deleted it.
Same here.
It was a situation where if you went to it by clicking up and down on the channels, it wouldn't go. But
Yeah,
if
it's-
you typed in directly,
73.
yeah, 73,
you could get there.
exactly.
Oh, you had to
Yeah.
hack, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You hacked the
Figured
cable
it
box
out.
to watch Beavis and Butthead when you were 8.
You dude, yeah. I would love for one of or both of your parents to just sit in the studio and just be like, listen, here's what Chandler said he did. And then just watch him react. And because you'd think they'd be like,
Oh, and by the way, guess who was sneaking in episodes of The Real World at age 11? Your precious Angel Chandler. How'd he do it? By hacking
didn't I
the
love The
cable
Real
box,
World?
Mom and Dad. Hacking it.
that is better than Real Housewives. That's better than any reality show, is just watching them react.
Lastly, hey, in case you missed it, DC will start addressing mental health in its comic books. Influential comic writer Tom King wants to help normalize the concept of counseling. At an event last week, he announced that he's creating a place called Sanctuary in the DC Comics world, inhabited by the likes of characters including Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, where the superheroes can seek help for mental and emotional health issues. He explained, The DCU has a bunch of superheroes and all they do is fight every time. And that must have a psychological effect on them, right? So they set up something called Sanctuary, which is a place you can go modeled on veterans crisis centers, which is an interesting name for them, and talk about this trauma and admit that this has had an effect on you. The idea is that the storyline can help young readers because, quote, your greatest heroes who are inspiring our children can say proudly, yes, I've had some mental difficulties, and yes, working with people has helped me through them. And we don't hide behind that. What?
How do we respond to this?
I don't know. You're the counselor. You're the licensed counselor.
Do you
go
have,
for it, counselor.
it sounds like you have an issue with it.
It's
Eddie.
like both. I both see it's like super respectable, and what a great way to normalize it for kids. And if they are really looking to these folks.
The idea that you're out there living life, but
Totally.
everybody needs a sanctuary.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I fully believe that.
Okay.
I also am like,
Also.
is this kind of lame? Like,
No,
it is
why is
kinda
it lame?
Everybody wants to see Superman being just awesome. Nobody wants to see Superman or Batman sitting there doing what the rest of us have to do. That's exactly why I like
counseling
Superman.
appointment.
like doing the dishes.
Yeah, I don't want him
Stuff
to be
that.
like me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want him to be like cooler and richer and
Interesting.
everything. I read the comic books in order to not be a
That's
part
how I
of
feel
junky
about the
life.
Real Housewives.
That's exactly, yeah.
But Eddie, don't you feel like, and this isn't, I mean, this is part of a larger cultural dialogue, but don't you think to a degree that is an antiquated way of seeing superheroes, and that the appeal of the modern superhero is that they bleed, right? Like the reason why The Dark Knight was so good was because you didn't know, and he didn't know, whether Batman was making the right decision or one that had morally compromised his superhero ethics. And that the reason why modern superheroes are so good is because we get to see their flaws, and that they're not fully aspirational, that they represent the consequences of living with, great power comes great responsibility. You don't feel like that's part of the modern appeal of it?
I do, and I understand what you're saying. I like, and it does make sense that what is heroic would evolve, and it's not just fighting. But I will also say, like, for someone who has counseled and been counseled for countless hours, it's just like, oh, don't mess up my escapism. Don't mess up my just silly hour-and-a-half movie where I can just
That's the Housewives.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's true.
Wrong
Right?
place.
Let's not make everything too. But then again, if there's some 12-year-old that learns about counseling and really realizes that he or she could use somebody to talk to,
I mean,
then let's do it.
A lot of the kids who need the escapism probably are escaping from something that's hard.
Yeah.
And
Maybe this is the exact place they're going to.
gonna learn.
I mean, I
that-
can't imagine that will be every issue will have the sanctuary, right?
Yeah, they'll still fight.
I think it'll be like a thread through, but I don't think that's going to be
Right.
like the focus of the series from now on.
Right. So I think that's nice to kind of drop in amidst what they are already reading for escapism and what they're already reading for entertainment. There's a reminder that if you're here because of pain, there is a place to go.
It's like Lois Lane is just sitting in counseling. I just don't know who he is when he comes home. I thought I married Superman. And
Did they get married?
Now I thought I was with Superman, and now all of a sudden there's Clark Kent, and this is not what I signed up for.
He's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde.
Lois, I really, first of all, I appreciate you sharing
He's
that.
like bipolar.
Yeah, and that was really a brave thing to say. Clark, tell me how you felt.
She's
when you
reading
heard
the book
her.
How to Live with a Narcissist.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne's loved ones are like, sometimes I just feel like you're like wearing a mask. Like I can't see the real you. And he's like, that's because I am wearing a mask. I'm Batman.
It's as if the whole show was set up for that.
Right.
Hey, man.
Well done. Eddie, I love that you just couples counseled Lois Lane and Clark Kent, by the way.
Yeah. It's
Really well done.
I am wearing a mask. Sometimes I just want to see who you are, and it feels like
and he takes it off, and he's got a lot of eyeliner around his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Takes a village.
It takes a village. There you go. Headshot.
Jesse's
All
not
right.
done. I can see it brewing. Just say what you're going to say.
I got to go on a high note. I'm going to butcher it if I keep it. Sometimes he's got to know when to,
He's going to stanza
just
this.
walk off
Good
the
night,
court,
everybody.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go for a heat check right now, Eddie. It's time for me to walk off this segment.
Bruce, would it be possible for you sometimes when you see the bat light to check in with her and see if this is a good time for you to leave the house right now? Would that be something you could agree to, Bruce?
Gotham needs me. Now, is Gotham the city, or are you trying to tell us something deeper?
Yeah. What would happen if she said she needs you? Because that's what I feel like I'm hearing right now is she needs you as much as Gotham does.
Right.
Would it be possible for you to maybe agree to split your time between the two? That would be a good first step.
At this point, I throw down a bat smoke grenade and I just disappear out the window.
You're gone.
Hiding
bat
from
smoke.
the pain. Yeah.
Bat
Eddie,
smoke
can we
grenade.
bring you a cartoon couple every week for you to
I would love that.
Actually, that was helpful. I'm going to remember
Yeah,
that.
I really learned
Yeah.
something from that.
really?
Next week it's Mickey and Minnie Mouse because I hear that there is some real dark
Yeah.
stuff going on there.
Yeah.
And she just he does this every time things get difficult in the conversation. He throws that smoke grenade and just jumps out a window with a batarang.
Yeah. I just,
Zip line. I can see him zip lining away 3 blocks away, but yeah,
do you know
he's
that
not
he's
being
never
that
even
sneaky.
He's never even taken me for a ride in the Batmobile. And I ask and ask, and even on our anniversary.
It's got 1 seat.
yes.
What does she want from me?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
All right, that'll do it for In Case You Missed It. Stay tuned. Up next, Slices. You're listening to U.S. Girls. The song is Pearly Gates. I think it's a Heaven reference.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the podcast, you heard Lovely the Band, one word, with the song Broken.
Just out of names, aren't we?
Yeah.
Lovely the Band.
Like, just put it all together. Done. Release the album.
Yep.
I like it.
This week's episode is brought to you by RX Bar, a whole food protein bar.
I love that thing.
RX Bar's core ingredients do all the talking. It's simply like eating 3 egg whites, 2 dates, and 6 almonds with no BS. That's their copy. I don't talk like that. That's salty.
Potty mouth. We got children listening to this.
It
Talk
turns
about
out-
dates that casually.
It turns out real food ingredients actually taste really good. You can actually taste the cacao, the real fruit, the spices like sea salt. Whether you like sweet or savory, chocolate or fruit flavors, there's an RX bar for you. They come in 11 delicious flavor varieties. They're gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free with no added sugar, no artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives, or fillers. I eat them almost daily and love RX bars. I used to be on a different kind of clean bar, and I've moved on to RX bars. They are phenomenal.
They're great.
They really are.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like-
and I love how right on the front of the package they're like 3 egg whites, 2 dates.
Yes.
I
All the
like
core
it too.
ingredients are right there. Right now, RX bars are offering Relevant Podcast listeners a special deal for 25% off your first order. Visit rxbar.com/relevant and enter promo code relevant at checkout. It's a great deal. There you go.
Hey, is this an appropriate time for you to give us an update on where Eddie and I's Quip toothbrushes are?
They are sitting on my kitchen counter because I meant to bring them in today. The packages.
Yay!
They're still packaged, though.
Yeah, totally
Okay,
packaged.
great.
It was.
Cameron did 1 test run and then zipped them back up.
It's a toothbrush. It's the 3-month supply of toothpaste.
We're ready.
And
wow.
instruction manual. And I forgot to bring it in for you. I'm
We
sorry.
are excited.
I'm very excited.
I like that people
Feel
are
equipped.
giving us quip tips on Twitter this week.
Very
It's
funny.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for slices. What do you have, Jesse?
All right. Well, I try not to bring 2 firsts these days, especially we're deep in the show. We got a game to play, but I do feel like responsibility to give 2 quick updates on stories that I've discussed recently. It's just the right thing to do journalistically.
Right.
Yeah, it
the
is.
first is about our friend Mad Mike Hughes, who we said before Christmas he announced plans to shoot a rocket, a steam powered rocket that is homemade, high into the atmosphere. With the intention of providing final proof that the Earth was indeed flat and that the curvature of the Earth is a lie perpetuated by NASA and a conglomerate of forces that are working for reasons I don't fully understand.
Let's remind people that high into the air, according to Mad Mike, was he was going to go 5,000 feet in the air, a mile into the air to verify with his own eyeballs that the Earth is flat. Problem being, airplanes regularly go 30,000 feet into the air, and he could have just looked out the window.
And they're powered by jet fuel, and he's going on his on heated water. So we don't even know how.
Right. What could possibly go wrong?
He's just going up. He didn't think about getting down, but he was going to go up and take some pictures.
Yeah, so Mad Mike, as we provided one other update after the launch shockingly didn't go down, said that there's a little confusion, a little mix-up with the Bureau of Land Management, who weren't exactly comfortable with this stunt going down on public land, you know?
Right.
And so he has finally announced that he's figured out a workaround and has a new launch date for February 3rd. I'm not holding my breath for this one because he tends to reschedule these types of things, but he's figured out a way to avert the Bureau of Land Management, and frankly, it's foolproof. He is going to use his own property, which it doesn't give any details, but the implication is not a very large piece of property. But by his calculations, if he shoots it straight up instead of going at like a rocketed angle, like a Roadrunner torpedo, if he just goes directly up in the air, the rocket will fall right back on his property, and the Bureau of Land Management can do nothing about it.
Like SpaceX. He is going to precision land the rocket after he launches it. Wow.
Precision land his steam-powered rocket, which he will parachute out of at the pinnacle of the jump. This
seems insane.
Yeah, he's also, I guess he's not really happy with a lot of the press he's received, and he got up with Newsweek magazine to dispel some rumors. First off, he wants to be on record that he does not like the term flat earther. But it should be noted that the words flat earth are painted on the side of his rocket. He said, I never said this jump or launch was supposed to prove anything with flat earth. I'm just doing it with publicity. But then he went on to say that with the publicity he gains, he's going to create a documentary about his launch, and with the money, that will provide him with a rocket high enough to go and disprove curvature of the Earth. So he's this might surprise people. I think he's kind of working this thing out on the fly. No pun intended.
Yeah. I feel like he has been trapped in the same bunker as Kimmy Schmidt, based on his decision making.
Yes, that's right.
He is just burning through friends and family, though, at this point. Like, there's just everybody's like, yeah, we've been dealing with this for 20 years. We're out. We can't.
Didn't he run or announce he was going to run for California governor?
Sure. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
What if he's like the S-Town guy and has some sort of mercury poisoning we don't know about?
He may have abandoned those plans because that, his run for the governorship, which was supposed to kick off with the initial launch, has not been mentioned. So maybe he's abandoned those. He didn't say. Like I said, I feel like he holds pretty loosely to plans. He's the type of guy. But I like him because he's out there kind of doing his own thing. Speaking of another guy who's doing his own things, Odd Peters is back in the news. You may remember him. He is the Dutch. I guess he is a boat maker who built a life-size replica of Noah's Ark with the intention of sailing it across the Atlantic to the Rio de Janeiro Olympics.
That's right.
Prior to departure, the Ark got loose in a Dutch harbor and crashed into several Coast Guard boats. And so since then, Odd Peters is actually, it sounds like he has about 3 of these arcs that are in operation right now. And I can't help but think they're becoming a hazard because one broke free this past weekend, and no damage was caused to the Ark itself, thankfully. Those 7 people had to be rescued. I guess he's living on it now. But it did sideswipe quite a few sailboats. I'm looking at a picture of the damage. It's hard to tell how many sailboats crashed or the Ark sideswiped, but it's no less than 15. It was just like an arc-sized wrecking ball through this little harbor. I can't help. I like the idea of life-size arcs floating around harbors of Europe.
I really do.
Yeah, really do.
I really do. I think that's fascinating.
I actually love it a lot, but I can't help but think they're becoming like an aquatic hazard at this point. They've been in several nautical accidents at this point, and we may need to find a better way to tell people about the story of Noah's Ark. It just seems like
Noah didn't have any competition. He was the only boat, so we don't know if the other one, his would have hit other things, right?
Right. All his had to do was float, but this guy really should be equipped with some sort of like cruise ship steering, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
It's just like he's just got like a paddle in the back that he's just
Man, isn't that the question? Did Noah's Ark have a steering system?
No way. Why would it? All it
It's
needed
just to float up and down. He just needed something that was buoyant.
Yeah,
It was
wasn't going
basically a
anywhere.
gigantic life raft.
Yeah, he didn't have
All
a sense
three of you are using tones with me like, don't be such an idiot, Annie, as if I'm supposed to know whether Noah was going to have a steering wheel or not.
And as if we
I think
know
it's a
for
valid
sure.
question.
Okay, this thing was massive.
Yeah.
There's no sails. There's no engine. He's just bobbing along.
Yeah, it wasn't for travel. It wasn't to go
It's for buoyancy.
Yeah, it wasn't to go and sail the French Riviera.
Jesse and I went to the Creation Museum.
Yeah.
Back in 2007.
I'd like to go to the I'd like to go to the Ark Encounter.
I did find out via Twitter, somebody
Yes.
calling us out, that me saying that the Ark Encounter was next door to the Creation Museum is factually incorrect. They're 40 miles away.
Oh, don't care.
From each
Oh.
other. But here's the deal: when Jesse and I were at the Creation Museum, they had plans displayed for the Ark Encounter,
Right.
The implication was it was going to be on the other side of the property.
Yeah.
Like it was going to be like two theme parks in one, and you could get a 2-day pass, sort of a thing. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like
Implying they were next door to each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the fact that they ended up ultimately building it 40 miles away, it's not my fault.
Yeah, and have you ever been to Kentucky? Or like I used to live there. There's
Yeah.
a lot of nothing. 40 miles. All you're going to hit is one gas
And
station.
yeah, compared to the size of the world, 40 miles is next door.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say.
But you know what? It's Kentucky, but it's Cincinnati. It's suburban Cincinnati.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's what threw us off. Jesse and I thought we were in Nashville. We're like, oh, this is in Kentucky. Let's just pop up there.
No way.
Well, we didn't realize it's Ohio.
It's like
It's like on the
it's
edge.
the other
It's on the
side.
other side. And all of a sudden, we're like 6 hours in the middle of Kentucky. We're going, we made a grave mistake.
Yeah, we were really.
You know,
It's too late
this
to
is a
turn
real
around
problem.
at that point. There's nothing.
Yeah, you got to just keep floating along.
Yeah.
It was literally the next rest stop was the Creation Museum, which was another 9.5 hours away.
I love that this guy is basically driving by Braille all the way down to Rio. Like it's just like, well, he can't steer it, and it stopped on a boat. Well, let's get a tugboat to push
how
it in the other direction.
How far do we make it?
Yeah.
About 300 yards. About 300 yards.
300 yards. All right. Well, we only lost 2 people, so this is a lot better than our last crash.
All right. What do you have, Andy?
Okay, so I'm here for some hard-hitting news for you guys. I think that's why you brought me on, is to bring you things you don't already know. So some friends and I this weekend were discussing whether it is possible to become addicted to lip balm. Have y'all heard this theory that it can be like addicting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
so-
body will stop producing its own natural protectant on your lips because you're artificially enhancing it.
Yeah, you know how
That's right.
Have you ever seen someone go through lip balm withdrawal?
Oh boy.
It's horrific. I mean, they have
God.
moderately chapped lips. It's
Right. For
at least a week and a half.
For weeks.
Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah,
several
that's right. So
for
here's
several
more
hours.
than a slice. I want to walk you down the path of where I ended up here, because I Googled, as one does, can you be addicted to lip balm? And I ended up at a important news source, labmate-online.com. And I didn't even read the article because in the first paragraph, there is a link that I had to click to lipbalmanonymous.com. Right? There's actually a website called lipbalmanonymous.com where they talk to you. Yes, you can become addicted to having lip balm, and they have gone through every type of lip balm and have defined it and talked about, from Burt's Bees, Carmex, chapstick, EOS. I mean, they have them all listed. So I'm just here to give a resource to our people that if they are feeling like they are addicted, they've even done the 12 steps of recovery, but have substituted in lip balm words where there are formerly other addiction words. And there is a 43 question, evaluation to see if you actually are addicted to lip balm. So lipbalmanonymous.com.
I'm confused. The reason I'm confused about the 12 steps applied to lip balm addiction, I not to name drop, but I recently had an in-depth conversation with world famous comedian Russell Brand, who wrote a book. Maybe you guys heard of him. I don't know. It's not a huge deal. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it, but anyway, I kind of studied the 12 steps a little, and a lot of the 12 steps, deal with, asking for forgiveness for people and really confronting how your addiction has affected the lives of the people around you. I wonder how the overuse of lip balm has affected people's loved ones. It just doesn't seem like
Making a
that
fearless
chronic of
moral-
a problem.
Yeah, making a fearless moral inventory of lip balm abuse is incredibly painful. For people.
I spent an obscene amount of money today on lip balm. How much? $7.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought like 35 lip balms.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's one of the steps, Eddie. You're exactly right. That is one that
I know.
step 4. They have to make a searching and fearless moral inventory
No, I know. Yes.
of lip balm.
Yes.
Right.
So
Right.
Annie, what's your lip balm intake look like?
Well, I mean, I had to Google it for a reason, Jesse. If you want to get personal, there's a reason this is important.
I do. How many lip balms do you go through in like a week?
You want me to counsel you? Let me
But I
counsel you
honestly
through
have
this,
no
Annie.
context because what's the average amount of lip balm a person who uses lip balm goes through?
I mean, isn't that the thing about addiction of this type, Jesse? That I don't know that there's a normal, but if it feels addicting to me, it probably is, right? So, so for Annie, I'd say I have 1 or 2 with me all the time. Now, I also have lipstick in the mix. And so that is actually my usual go-to. But you're right. When you don't use it, your lips can tell. Your lips know the difference. And so
I only use it in very cold environments. Like I have one packed. I'm going to Edmonton, Canada this weekend.
Yeah, right. Or if I have to go to like Denver or something and it's dry.
Yeah, I would
and
imagine
cold.
Orlando, the number of lip balm addictions in Orlando is lower than like Minneapolis.
Where the air is dewy moist at all times. We don't need lotion. We don't need a lip balm. Yeah. And we look young.
And they love quoting. One of my favorite things about that website is they keep quoting research and articles from 1997.
Yeah, it's really up to date.
Surprisingly, no one done lip balm research in 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, our prayers are with you as you try to break this addiction, Annie.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really grateful. Just wanted to be helpful because I'm not the only one. Here's what you learn in addiction. You're not the only one.
Do you go cold turkey and just ride out and let the whole like skin layer replace itself, or do you like phase it down and just be like uncomfortable for a couple months?
You got to phase, right? You can't go all the way. You can't go cold turkey on something like that. I got headshots to take, Cameron.
That's true.
Yeah. It'd be interesting, Annie. Do you have a sponsor? Do you have someone you call when you really feel like you're about to use lip balm?
I feel like you call your sponsor and it's like, hey, I need your help. I'm about to use lip balm. I don't know what I'm about to do. I'm about to use, and your sponsor just like, I mean, okay.
It's just lip balm. That's cool. I mean, it's fairly harmless, but it seems to be a thing for you.
That's funny. All right, what do you have, Eddie?
Well, I hate to bring down the whole vibe of the show, but I have a...
but that's your role on the cast.
Well, but it's not just destroying the show with lack of like good content like I normally do. I actually have a pretty sad post, and I know it's been all jokes.
Oh, no. See, I got dogs in my head now. Emaciated dogs.
Gosh, those
Last
videos
week
are awful.
in Montgomery, Alabama, there was a fire. And while no one was hurt, it left the people of Montgomery shell-shocked. A Taco Bell burned to the ground, and the people of Montgomery have really taken to the streets, and there is a memorial being held for the Taco Bell, or that was held.
Oh, wow.
The people of Montgomery started a Facebook group talking about how much they loved the Taco Bell. They said, quote,
Eddie, were they soft shell shocked or hard shell shocked?
Kevin Eubanks, ladies and gentlemen. Got your man.
Kevin,
Hey, you hear about this Taco Bell?
you hear about the Taco Bell right now? Did you hear about it?
You hear
Listen to
about
this one.
You hear about this in Mobile on the Taco Bell?
yeah.
That's the worst, Jalen.
Oh, man.
Talk about smoking nachos.
Yeah, have her down. Too much fire sauce. Hey, come on now. We got a great show tonight.
Apparently,
Oh, my gosh. I still can't find... There's just one quote that basically is just...
Because I have to wear a mask.
You know, Bruce, it's interesting. Last week we talked about how sometimes you seem to share more of your feelings with Alfred than you do with her. Remember when the Joker came and you had a lot of time with Alfred, but I felt like she wants to hear more of you. How's that been going?
He just threw down another smoker aid. Wasn't it a candlelight vigil that they held for the Taco Bell, Eddie?
They held a candlelight vigil, and basically the quote that they said about they're organizing this candlelight vigil on Facebook, and they said the service was okay and the food was Taco Bell. And so people came together genuinely that night and had a candlelight vigil around the Taco Bell. Nobody was hurt, so that's a good thing. It's not like somebody actually died in this, but the Taco Bell burned to the ground, and Taco Bell has vowed to rebuild, the Taco Bell, because of course it was insured and it's no big deal.
Yeah,
Taco
of course
Bell's
it's going to get rebuilt.
Yeah, it was built by the next morning.
You don't need
Also, what town only has one Taco Bell?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's Montgomery. They have a bunch of Taco Bells, but I
Surely.
think this one held a special place in the community. So just prayers for Montgomery and for the people who have lost a Taco Bell, and we're with you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when I first read that headline, I thought it was like ironic hipsters holding a candlelight vigil for Taco Bell. Then I'm like, no, this was the sincere community of Mobile, Alabama. That this is just what they knew to do.
Anyhow, prayers up Montgomery.
There you go. All right, well, that'll do it for Slices. Stay tuned. Up next, KB joins us. You're listening to Quinn. The song is Happened to Happen. It's featuring Buddy.
Okay.
This week's feature interview is brought to you by HelloFresh, a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, and delivers your favorite step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients so you can just cook, eat, and enjoy. HelloFresh is convenient. You can choose your delivery day for when it works best for your busy schedule. You can pause your account for weeks when you're out of town, which I do. All the ingredients come pre-measured in handy labeled meal kits so you know which ingredients go with which recipe, and it's delivered right to your door in recyclable insulated packaging. HelloFresh offers a wide variety of chef-curated recipes that change weekly. You have 3 plans to choose from: the classic, which is my favorite, the veggie, that would be Eddie's, and the family plan. HelloFresh makes it so easy to cook delicious, balanced dinners for less than $10 a meal. No more time-consuming meal planning or grocery shopping. I love it. Right now, HelloFresh is offering a special deal for Relevant Podcast listeners. You can get $30 off your first week of HelloFresh by visiting HelloFresh.com/relevant and entering Relevant30 at checkout. Do it. You'll like it. HelloFresh. On his latest album, Today We Rebel, rapper KB wrestles with big theological ideas as well as pressing social issues and personal faith. Our very own John David Harris recently sat down with the rapper, who's collaborated with artists like Lecrae, Andy Mineo, and Tripoli on his way to garnering tens of millions of Spotify streams.
John David has, or the artist has?
KB has.
Oh, I see.
JD just talked to him. I was actually out of town, and Jesse was out of town. Everybody was out of town.
Yeah.
So next man up.
Yeah, I didn't answer my phone. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I was in lip balm rehab, and
Yeah.
Here is part of our conversation with KB.
Don't nobody own us. Own us. Yeah. This right here ain't alone. Yeah. Own it. This my I move forward to focus. Focus. Yeah. All of the games, no talking. No talking. What's that? Boy, don't nobody own us. Bet the bag on myself. Yeah. Bet the bag on myself. Yeah. Bet the bag on myself. Yeah. Boy, don't nobody own us. Yeah. Bet the bag on myself. Yeah. In a lane with myself. Yeah. In a lane with myself. Yeah. Boy, don't nobody.
Would you say that there's maybe an individual song or a moment on the album that was like really special and precious to you? And can you walk us through that moment, that song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Around the middle of the album, there's this 2-song collaboration piece, so they flow into each other. Art of Drifting and Art of Hope. Both of those songs have caused me to cry on many occasions. So typically after you get done making the song, you've heard it a million times, you're kind of over it. But these songs still, that little portion of my album to this day hits a chord in my heart. The Art of Drifting is about just that, drifting away from the faith. The heart of mine that is so prone to wander and go astray. Lord, don't let me leave you. That is my greatest fear. And it was inspired by a dream that I had. I literally woke up out of my sleep crying by God's grace. I'm talking about a lot of crying right now. I don't cry a lot. But anyways, I woke up out of my sleep tearful, and I sort of grabbed my wife and began to tell her that I just had this dream of me falling away, and what it would mean for my children, what it would mean for my church, my community, my career, and more than anything that I have, the one that I love, the Lord, I've just turned my back on him, and how terrible that would be. And I wanted to make a song that had that general spirit that I felt that night. And I'm a big proponent when people think about, the temptations of walking away from a spouse or from just being faithful to the Lord in any capacity, we often think about how good it might be. And there's not a lot of fantasy around the destruction that will follow that. So think long about how you're seeing your kids driving off down the street because you've failed your wife, seeing your congregation standing before them disappointed that you as a leader who they've looked to as a sort of a standard of character, that you've let them down. Think about that and let it strike fear in your heart. So that's what that song does. But the second song that it flows into is The Art of Hope, because I do realize that many of us are already there. We have drifted, we have fallen, now what? And Art of Hope is a love song of the Father in his relentless pursuit of sinners who have taken many steps away. He's always one step of repentance in return.
That's so good. I kind of feel like we as America are somewhere in between those two songs right now.
Yeah.
We're somewhere in between adrift and like longing for hope.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that, where you see us as a nation? And we're kind of in turmoil. Some people feel like we're adrift. Some people feel like we're coming towards hope. And
Yeah.
Where do you find hope in where we are? Where do you see that we're adrift maybe?
Yeah. I would say one is that one of the things I wanted to make very clear on this album, that God is the Savior of all mankind. And when he comes and does good, it affects everyone. And if I as an American am experiencing a kind of freedom and sort of goodness that my neighbors in Syria or Iraq or any given country in Africa, if they're not experiencing that goodness, then we as a human race are in trouble. And so one of the things that I wanted to push back on this album was push back on for the hope of being a prophetic voice to North American Christianity, that your allegiance does not belong to your nation. It does not belong to your political identity. It belongs to the kingdom of God. If Christ is Lord everywhere, and we are his, then our citizenship, it transcends any citizenship that we have anywhere else. So one of the things that I want to call folks to is remembering that Caesar gets our taxes, but God gets all of our commitment, which leads us to an utterly different life than an idea that may even think America first, or even my race first, or any of the things that may go along with prioritizing other things over the Lord Jesus. And with this project, I'm hoping to say what we need to think about as a church is that our lives should be reflections of the character of God, which is where I think a lot of this conversation has to start. When we talk about race, we talk about injustice, we talk on every level, economic, environmental, injustice wherever it's found. Why do we even care about it as Christians? Well, I hope we would answer that by saying it is not a reflection of who our God is. He's a just God. We talk about that all the time. But we typically sort of limit it to this understanding of heaven and hell when we think about justice. And we don't see the cross as something that is speaking to every aspect of life. That God, I love the Kuyper quote, there's not a square inch of this universe that Jesus doesn't say mine. So wherever image bearers are, wherever they live, wherever sort of God has his stamp, there justice must ring, and we fight for it. So understanding that the character of God, starting there in his heart for those who are hurting, those who are broken, those who are experiencing injustice and oppression, spending lots of time on that, letting that get deep into who we are. These conversations start with the Bible. So having that be a sort of standard and a return for us, I think we'll see that begin to permeate into what we know as American evangelicalism and Christianity in North America in general.
I feel like we're in a moment where hip hop is starting to embrace voices from the Christian community more, maybe than they have in the past.
Yeah.
how do you leverage that platform to bring that gospel, that message that you're talking about right now, to a new audience, and balance out the things that are old with things that are new into this new space with new ears listening to it? How do you go about balancing that and approaching that?
Yes. Hip hop has always had a sort of God consciousness to it. There have been periods of time where, you know, a number one song would have Jesus in it, like Kanye's Jesus Walk. People, especially because it's filled with urbanites who, where we grow up in such a way where Christianity is just culture. The church experience is sort of ingrained in how we sort of lived. And so it shows up in the music. So I think that there is a work of grace that is happening in some of the artists that are becoming more prominent, that we rejoice over. Say, thank you, Lord, you're breaking through. Yet at the same time, it's still a sort of sober reality, because it doesn't necessarily equate a win for the kingdom of God, given that hip hop typically has some sort of room for religious talk, especially if that religious talk is followed with ratchet talk. So if we typically don't mind light if we can have it close to our darkness as well. It's when we begin saying that light is going to drive out darkness that discomfort begins to flow in, and we start to sort of, you know, ascertain who it is that is truly wanting Jesus and who it is that is just sort of Christian themed, you know what I mean? So I think, in answer to your question, our engagement with all of this is a very, very encouraging and hopeful duty. But we must realize that hip hop may never have a space for like this is home for us, where, you know, you see my music and you see Kanye's music together. That we may not ever see that, because there are certain things in our music that we're not willing to do and say. So there's consequences for it. Yet at the same time, especially behind closed doors, which we're getting a lot of, is that artists are respecting what we're doing. So I wouldn't do it, but I respect what you're doing. And I have questions. That is the most exciting thing about this context for me, is that people are desperate and they're thirsty for answers. And we are not showing up with more questions. We're actually showing up with tangible answers. And I have, by God's grace, gotten many opportunities to talk to artists and leaders in that world who, through my music, I've gotten a foot in the door to have those sort of conversations.
Last weekend, but not today, say.
That was KB. Stay tuned. Up next, the Rotten Tomatoes eating contest.
You seem tired today. Were you up all night afraid of what the future might bring? I feel fine today. I had dreams of you in places I've not seen before. You get so carried away, like love is new, the body's first to touch you. This ain't a getaway. You build walls around your heart to try to lock it in. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there.
You're listening to Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats.
Oh.
The song is You Worry Me.
Oh, that's like perfect for them.
Yeah, serious. You know what worries me? Night sweats.
Yeah, the night sweats.
The night sweats.
Yeah.
I had a bad dream last night. I don't dream very often. I didn't sleep well.
Ooh, what was it
I
about?
didn't really have night sweats. But
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, this week's show is also brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it's all included with your Squarespace website. Creating a site with Squarespace is a simple, intuitive process. You can use one of their award-winning templates and then add and arrange your content and features with a click of a mouse. And if you're like really bold, you can modify, customize. You can play nice with what they do, but you can also do whatever you want with the CSS and the code.
Go wild.
You can go wild. And you can also undo all the mistakes you made, which is generally what I do.
And they have great help so that when you
They
decide
actually do.
to
They have
that,
fantastic customer support.
Yeah, you can walk it all back with somebody.
One of the cool things about Squarespace is if you have ideas for online stores, they have powerful commerce tools that can do everything from tracking inventory, processing orders, and even sending custom emails, all with one intuitive interface. Right now, Squarespace is offering Relevant Podcast listeners a special deal. You can start your free trial today at squarespace.com. And then when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, you can enter offer code RELEVANT to get 10% off your first purchase. Do it. I like Squarespace. I've been using them for a decade.
Oh, yeah, and they've been such a great show sponsor.
They really have.
I feel like we've been in it together for a long time.
Yeah, if you like the show, support Squarespace.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, it is time for the debut of
The Rotten Tomato Showdown.
Okay, Jesse, take it away. What is this game?
Okay, so as a lot of people who listen to the show know, the world was riveted last week when our own Tyler Daswick nearly inadvertently set a pancake-eating world record as he consumed 17 flapjacks at an IHOP here in Orlando and was hospitalized for a good amount of the weekend. The game has inspired us because the other thing that Daz likes, and we're kind of introducing him here, is movies. So here's how the game will work. We will give you an official world record from Major League Eating, which is a real thing that keeps stats just like baseball. And we'll also give you a movie that came out in 2017. Your job is to guess which is the higher number, the amount of things the professional eater has eaten or the movie's Rotten Tomato eating score.
Interesting. Okay,
wow.
For this game, Annie is going to be playing one of our podcast listeners. You guys went on Twitter and volunteered to join us, and we selected our very favorite podcast listener that we randomly saw. His name is Matt. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Wow, this is a dream come true, guys. And fun fact for you, my nickname in high school was actually Night Sweats.
Oh,
so
wow.
This is great.
That's interesting. Hey, Night Sweat, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Columbus Junction, Iowa.
What do you do out there?
I'm a pastor.
Ooh, what kind of church?
Okay.
Well, we are one of those infamous non-denominational. I speak from a pub table, and it's not a sermon, guys. It's just a talk. It's just a conversation.
On a scale of 1 to heretical, where's your theology?
Well, I don't wear ripped jeans, so I'm pretty conservative. Yeah,
but you do wear jeans.
I do wear jeans. I do wear jeans and a collared shirt.
Yeah.
So I haven't gone full Giglio yet.
Eddie, just like you this year, buddy.
Interesting. He said he hasn't gone full Giglio yet.
What shoes are you wearing? A slippery slope, Matt.
Yeah, I know. A couple weeks ago, I wore wide frame glasses for the first time, and some serious people had some serious concerns regarding my views on hell.
Wow!
And so
very
there was that.
Wow.
I do wear my shoes. I do wear Converse. I wear some really nice Converse. So,
Matt, have you been prepping for this? You really got jokes.
Yeah, Matt's ready.
Here's the deal. Like when I say that this is a dream come true, I am not lying. And so I have come ready to go. I don't know how this game works. I have no idea. I'm probably going to fail, but this is a dream.
You're not going to fail. You've already won.
Yeah.
Well, he has not. Excuse me. He's playing me. He has not already won.
Oh, it's true.
That's true. All right. So Jesse's going to be the show host. I'm going to take score, and Eddie's just going to mess with stuff.
All right, Matt. So basically, the key to this game is to really think through how well you think a movie was received, right? Because it's which has the higher number, a movie's Rotten Tomato score or amount of things a professional eater has eaten. So here's the first one. Sonia Thomas, you may know her as Black Widow in professional eating circles, has the world record for the amount of chicken nuggets eaten in 5 minutes. Okay. Is that number of nugs higher than the Rotten Tomatoes score of the recent movie Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle?
Now, I have a question about the Rotten Tomatoes scores. Are you talking a scale of 1 to 100, like 84% fresh, that kind of thing?
Yep.
Okay. So it's 1 to 100. All right.
Yeah. So you got to think, how good do you think that movie is? And what's your guess for what the nugget consumption is in 5 minutes?
Because I'm not a professional eater, but I could easily eat more than 84 chicken nuggets. And I saw Jumanji and it wasn't great. So
do you guys serve both grape juice and wine for communion?
No, they're grape juice.
No, I keep the wine for myself, but the grape juice gets served to everyone else.
Oh, it's a grape juice.
Do you have gluten-free? Do you have the gluten-free wafers?
Good question, Annie. Gluten-free wafers?
No. We are very insensitive to people who have the gluten allergy.
Celiac
I go to a grape juice church.
Do you have a lot of people? Do you have a lot of people standing up front, each with a microphone, doing the songs?
Oh yeah, of course.
No, I know you do, but I'm asking him if this is what his church does.
You talking about a praise team? They like a 4 or 5 people?
No, but like the new thing, we got like 5 people.
Oh, 5 leaders, and they
Everybody's
alternate.
got a microphone, and we're all praising at the same time. Is that what you have, Matt? What do you have, Matt?
We have a very small church, and so I'm still trying to build up leaders myself. And I'm only 25, which makes it a little bit more difficult too. And so it's just me learning how to get this ish done in the process. So
yeah, wow.
So Matt, are you leading worship and teaching?
As of right now, I am.
Wow.
What church are you at, Matt? He's a Renaissance man.
Yeah, what's your church called?
I pastor a church called Victory in Columbus Junction, Iowa. And so our website, shameless plug, is www.victorypeople.cc.
And do you have budget for a part-time person yet for a worship?
Bro. Yeah, we are on the hunt and on the look for
somebody's
a worship associate. Yeah, Eddie, actually, you can send your resume in. I know that you've kind of fallen off the deep wagon, but I'm a big fan of Revelations. And I have no problem with bringing that kind of heresy into my.
I don't even like church, and I don't even like going to the church. I love this guy. I would go. I don't know where Columbus Junction, God knows where is, but we got to get there.
No one else does.
Let's start getting people hired all the time at churches via the podcast.
You would need a lot of chapstick.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say this: I like his logic that Jumanji, it did get a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. Sonia ate 80 nuggets in 5 minutes. Round one goes to Matt.
No, Annie can match it. Round one didn't go to Matt.
Oh, that's true.
He's got 1, Annie's got 0. It's Annie's turn.
Touche.
Cameron.
Okay, so question 2, round 1. Kobayashi, the famous world. I mean, if you are an American and you watch Nathan's hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July, you would know Kobayashi.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay, so Annie, he owns the world record. This is horrific for eating cow brains, which I guess some people eat in 15 minutes. So, has he eaten more pounds of cow brains, or is it a higher Rotten Tomatoes score for the film, which I know, Annie, that you're a fan of, The Greatest Showman?
I am a huge fan of. Have y'all seen it yet?
No.
Yes.
What did you think, Matt?
Matt, tell me what you thought.
Yes, I absolutely loved it.
It's musicals. I'm surprised you haven't seen it, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm so surprised you haven't seen it.
I know. I just haven't had time for it. I kind of hit the big ones first.
Annie, let's start with that. What do you think of whereabouts The Greatest Showman got on Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, I know it started out slow, so I'm going to say that Rotten Tomatoes is in that Greatest Showman that I love, and you're lucky I'm not singing the whole thing to you right now because I can. I'm betting they're hitting in the high 50s. On Rotten Tomatoes, and there is just no way.
Do you think that's an achievable?
Did you say pounds?
The amount of pounds of cow brains.
No. I'm going Greatest Showman over cow brains because I'm guessing he could eat in 15 minutes pounds of cow brain. I bet you can't fit more than 10 pounds in your body of cow brains. So I'm going Greatest Showman in the 50s, cow brains in the 10s.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, remarkable. The Greatest Showman had a 55% score, and he ate 17.7 pounds of cow brains.
Wow.
There you go. Okay, so it's tied. 1-1,
Pastor
round
Matt,
1.
Come at me.
Okay, round 2.
Okay, so this is the record for cupcakes eaten in 6 minutes versus the Rotten Tomatoes score of the Tom Cruise movie American Made.
I loved that movie.
American
it wasn't
Made.
awesome, but it was entertaining.
American Made.
It was the recent one where he's like a
cartel
drug smuggler.
Yeah.
Matt, do y'all have a movie theater in your town where Victory Church is?
We don't even have a stoplight. So there is that.
Where do you have to go? Davenport?
Davenport's lovely.
Davenport is about an hour away. Closest place is probably about Iowa City. Muscatine.
Okay, Davenport's a lovely town. Quad
Lovely.
cities.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Iowa
We can just
City.
pretend that my church is there. That way we get more people to apply. How's that sound?
I went to the Quad Cities when I was in college. I road tripped up there and then went out to the Field of Dreams house, which is about 45 minutes outside of town.
I have always wanted to see that.
And it was in March, and the crops, the corn was cut down.
Yeah.
The family, the wife was leaving the home for the day and gave us a dirty look as we were slowing down in front of her house. I said, well, nobody's home now. Let's park and go wander around. And so we did.
Have a catch.
Did you have James Earl Jones with you?
In spirit.
With you?
With you.
In spirit, That's my one and only experience with Iowa.
Well, Matt, assuming you made the road
Matt.
trip up and saw the film American Made, what do you think its Rotten Tomatoes score is? And do you think it's more than the world record for cupcakes eaten in 6 minutes?
The defining question here is, to whom does the record belong to?
Patrick Berletta.
Oh,
higher.
Matt, we see you. We see you, Matt.
So which one's higher? You think he's eaten more cupcakes than American Made?
Yeah, I think cupcakes are higher.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise movie. I mean, it probably didn't score that well. He hasn't been on a.
It was a very underrated film. They got an 87 on Rotten Tomato.
Wow.
Sadly, Patrick was only able to eat 72 cupcakes in 6 minutes.
Dude, Patrick, you're killing me.
So Annie can take the lead if she gets this one right.
She can.
All right, Annie. Annie, how do you feel about horror movies and also Chinese dumplings?
She's pro
About
both
the
of them.
same, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, the movie is the Stephen King adaptation, It, which just released, or the world record for Chinese dumplings consumed in 8 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to guess that in 8 minutes, I'm going to follow Matt's lead here. Who holds that record, a man or a woman?
I don't know. I can tell you the name is Cookie Jarvis. I don't know if Cookie's a real name of a woman or if it's a man who they call Cookie.
Do you think Cookie
that
Jarvis
cannot be a real name.
Do you think she's taking the dumpling and just dipping it and going straight down the gullet, or do you think there's a bite?
Yeah. Well, there's no chewing involved.
That's the question because we know It was pretty highly regarded.
Right. Because if you're going bite and swallow, you're not going to get higher than It. But if you're going straight gullet, pelican style, you might be able to get up there in 8 minutes.
Jesse, quick follow up. How many minutes? 15 minutes?
No, 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
8
Chinese
minutes.
dumplings.
Okay, so in 8 minutes, I think Cookie Jarvis I think Cookie Jarvis ate 50. No, I'm going to say 61 dumplings. I think It came in the 40s.
Oh no, it was way higher.
It got an 85 on Rotten Tomatoes. Still not high enough to beat Cookie Jarvis for 91 Chinese dumplings.
Wow. All right, so she's got a 2-1 lead. All right, so for the final round of the Rotten Tomatoes eating contest, here's the final question.
Okay. Matt and Molly grew up attending Victory. The church that you are the pastor at, you met your wife at?
No, my wife started coming because we started dating. My wife grew up in a different church, but yeah, I grew up in this church. When my wife and I started dating when I was 14 years old.
Wait, what did you do to the old pastor? What happened to the old pastor? Did you edge him out?
No, he moved and I got the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He just couldn't handle the
quotes, you guys.
No, his daughter moved across the country to go to another Christian school, and so they actually followed her out there, and so I was honored to step into this role.
Huh.
Perfect answer.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer, Pastor.
A little too perfect, Matt.
Yeah, a little too tidy.
All right, Matt.
Neatly
Speaking
tied
of
on that
perfection.
story.
I like that Jesse's the one that has to pull us together.
Speaking of perfection, have you seen the new film Paddington 2?
I have not, but it has the most consecutive positive ratings on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Look at Matt. He keeps up with the news. He must be a frequenter of relevantmagazine.com. So what is higher, the Rotten Tomatoes score for Paddington 2 or Joey, the legend himself, Joey Chestnut, the amount of jalapeno poppers he can eat in 10 minutes? That is
10
a
minutes?
terrible thing to do.
That's
an eternity in Joey Chestnut.
Oh my goodness.
It's just a limitation of the human body at that point.
And he's not chewing those. Those are straight down the gullet. That's a pelican all day long.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
pelican move. That's funny.
I would be disappointed in Joey if he did not eat more than 100 jalapeno poppers in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that his score is higher.
Yeah.
You are correct. He ate 118.
Yes.
Oh,
Annie, did you see the film Geostorm, the action movie last year? It sounds like a fake Seinfeld movie, doesn't it? It sounds like a movie George and Jerry went to. Geostorm.
Yeah. Geostorm. Yeah.
Death blow. Okay, so a higher Rotten Tomato score, Geostorm, or this is another poundage one. The pounds of grits. Oh, man. Eaten in 10 minutes.
Ugh.
Geostorm or pounds of grits.
gosh.
I mean, you got to think Geostorm is single digits. You got to think it's single digits, though.
Yeah. So that's and if I'm mixing what I know of grits and what I know of Jesse to see what would happen here. I think I'm going to go that grits went higher than Geostorm. I'm going to give this one to the grits.
You are correct.
Wow.
21 pounds of grits versus 13% Rotten Tomato score.
Wow. That means Annie F. Downs wins.
Yeah, that's great.
Just crushing Matt.
Yeah. Matt.
I'll tell you who's victory here. Annie F. Downs.
Yeah.
That's his victory.
Wow.
Victorypeople.cc. Annie.
You know what? I'm gonna pull a Trump on this one. I'm gonna refuse defeat. I don't accept the results of this competition. I'm fighting this.
He's going to appoint a special commission to look into voter fraud.
Right.
So Annie F. Downs with the breathtaking victory over Matt from Iowa.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Matt. Sorry about your loss.
Matt, let's get you a worship leader. I'm sure you're great at it, but come on. Let us know how it goes.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the time.
You're
Absolutely.
A good man.
See you,
buddy.
All right, stay tuned. Up next, your feedback. You're listening to Knox Fortune. The song is Lil Thing, which was Chandler's high school nickname.
Hi-oh. Personal.
Well, I was pretty short until I was, 15 or something.
Lil Thing.
That way to explain the joke.
All right, it's time for your feedback. Last week we asked you, we kind of recapped it. Dazzle Do It made its debut, and we had him go down to the IHOP to see, what he could do there. We wanted to get your feedback about the next challenge that we should have for the Dazzle Do It segment. You guys hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast. You guys also posted your longer suggestions on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com. Here's a few of our favorites.
Well, I'd like to, first of all, call out Sam Tuppy, who is a sales associate at the Home Depot, for giving us 5 or 6, of which I would just like to read his last one, which was, sorry, y'all, too much time on my hands. So congratulations, Sam. Good feedback.
You're not going to read any of them?
Oh, no, we got to move on.
This is another eating one this one doesn't sound like a challenge. I would actually love to do this. I will take this one if Tesla's want to do it. But just how many hot, fresh Krispy Kreme donuts you can consume, I would put it north of 3 dozen for me. They're so hot and fresh and good.
Oh,
well,
wow.
and they melt in your mouth. It's not like
there's
filling.
No chewing.
Yeah,
you don't have to dip them. You just drop them down your throat.
Yeah, I noticed a lot on Twitter. I mean, several people on Twitter are trying to get him to do the teacup challenge at Disney World.
Yes.
What people don't know is Disney World doesn't operate. There are no carnies that you could just like slip a 20 and just say like make them keep going.
No, it's very.
You're one and done, and then you got to go back in the line. Oh yeah.
And you got to get a fast pass at this point for teacups.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could find a fair when it's in town or something like that.
Yeah, we could do the spring fair.
Yeah,
that's true.
Put him on something else.
Yeah,
something
the thing
that's
is
a little bit less safe.
Yeah, a lot less safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going back to
bribable. We got to be able to bribe the person running the ride.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Sam Tuppy for a second.
Yeah.
Give Tyler a sack of quarters and have him ride one of the pony rides outside of the convenience store for 2 straight hours. I got to say, I love it as an idea. I also haven't seen one of those ponies outside of a convenience store since like the mid 80s.
Does he live in Mayberry, this individual?
Yeah, I don't know where he lives, but we got to head to every Kmart in our area and see if they have one.
I hear they're huge in Central City, Iowa.
Yeah.
Very big.
We'll
very
ask.
big.
Yeah.
I love this one from Ben White from Sydney, Australia, though I think there's a level 2 of this one that we need to think up, because he says the Dazzwick challenge is that you can do a classic challenge where you start with something small like a pen, and for the length of the podcast, trade up to something and see what he finishes with. And I love that if we pick a cool location. Like, I think if he could do that at like SeaWorld, where the last thing he gets is like a killer whale, it's going to be an amazing thing.
I like that. It's there's an episode of The Office
like that one too.
Where they did that.
Yeah.
When they did the swap meet thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he ended up with Andy Xterra on that one.
Yeah.
Adam says this one has a risk of not real jail, but Disney jail, which a lot of people would argue is far, far worse.
It's a wonderful place, actually.
Have you been to Disney jail?
It's a thing.
No.
Oh yeah, there's definitely Disney jail. It's underground. All of Magic Kingdom is actually built above an underground city, and Disney jail is in the bowels of it. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
I love this so much.
it's a CIA dark site. You can go there and never return. People just don't.
It's true. Well, there are no laws. It's just the law of Disney. They have their own police force and everything. Their own laws. It's a
it's
scary
its own
place to be.
jurisdiction. It's like the Vatican. They can do whatever they want.
Pretty much.
So this is to pay homage to the individuals who dress up in costumes in Times Square selling photos of tourists. If you ever experienced them, you'll know that they're basically really bad, dirty knockoffs of Disney characters. Right. But the plan is for Daz to acquire one of these knockoff Disney character outfits, sneak it into the park like in a backpack, and hastily change and alter into his Disney ego in the park restroom. And we have basically, how many photos can he get with tourists before he is detained for unforeseeable amount of time in Disney jail? I think this one, it's not technically breaking any laws. I would actually like to see him do this.
I love it. The problem is bag check at security. They open all the bags now, and we don't want to send him all the way down there, and he just gets thwarted at bag check.
Right. I appreciate y'all's knowledge of the depth of Disney World. I guess that's an Orlando guy thing, but I'm into it.
Well, an Orlando guy with an 8-year-old.
This one, this one's doable. It's tax season. I see these people out all the time. The Liberty tax, Statue of Liberty
flippers.
flags,
the sign flippers. Yeah.
Have Daz randomly stop and challenge one in front of one of the stores, and he'll be a We Buy Gold guy, and he can challenge the Liberty tax.
I love that idea.
We buy gold versus Liberty
that
tax.
Is so funny.
Yeah.
I love that
We
idea.
need to get him a cool gold costume for that, though.
That's right.
I'm not trying to be the mom here, because I'm not a mom, but I do think as we continue with Dazzle Do It, we need to balance the food eating and the other things, because I don't want Daz to get diabetes.
Right. No, that's right.
Enlarged stomach problem.
Do not.
Yeah, don't. I guess. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I would like to see some sort of Chinese dumplings.
Yeah. He needs to test your pelican theory, Cameron.
Yeah. Pelican versus Chew. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe in that. I want to know the answer to that, and I only want to know it based on what Daz will do. I don't want to know it in my own life.
All right. Well, there's a bunch more suggestions online. Go check them out. It's time for this week's
editorial question of the week. Hey.
Talking to Matt from Iowa,
who we love.
Yeah, we love him.
Great church.
It
great
was
guy.
like a highlight. It was a highlight to talk to him. It got us remembering how much we love getting to know you guys.
Yes.
So for this week's question of the week, we want you to send us 3 of the most interesting facts about yourself.
What?
3 of the most interesting facts about you. Like you made your senior pastor, quote unquote, move to another part of the country.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be super random. It doesn't have to be just like if I was sharing my 3 facts, it'd be like, I have 2 kids.
Right. No, that's not the most interesting thing about you. That's just biographical. What would be the 3 most interesting things about Eddie Kaufman?
Was detained at Disney jail for 6 months.
Yes. An amazing dancer.
Yeah.
And
you're an amazing dancer. Light on the feet.
And a body that was chiseled from marble.
That's right. So there you go. There's 2. And the third one, a lot of Third Day songs.
I do know a lot of Third Day. Yeah.
There you go. So we want to get to know you guys. And maybe if you catch our eye, we'll have you on the show next week. We'll do a little audience interview action, maybe.
Making new friends. I love that. I love it so much.
It's a making new friends
there
question.
You go. We want to know you guys. So hit us up, your 3 most interesting facts. You can tweet us at Relevant Podcast. You can also write your longer ones on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com.
Keep it short. Yeah, wrap it up. You got 280 characters on Twitter. Let's just...
Hey, and many thanks to this episode's sponsors for making the show possible. Remember, with RX Bar, you can get 25% off your first order by visiting rxbar.com/relevant and entering promo code relevant at checkout. Also, thanks to HelloFresh, you can get $30 off your first week of HelloFresh by going to HelloFresh.com/relevant and entering offer code relevant30. And thanks to Squarespace, you can start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code relevant to get 10% off your first purchase. Look at that. It's like a coupon show here. You just all these things you need for your life and make your life better, and you get a discount by listening to our show. I love it.
And also, go to Matt's church and apply to be their youth director or whatever.
No, worship pastor, but I bet he needs a youth director that can do that too.
Sweet, Matt.
Hey, maybe that person could double dip.
It is just him on staff. I looked at it. He needs some help.
There you go.
He needs some help. Let's go out there.
Hey, thanks to KB for joining us. You can follow him on Twitter at KB_HGA, and his album Today We Rebel is out now. Hey, the new issue of Relevant is out. Russell Brand is the cover story.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal issue, a conversation that Jesse had with Russell. Go check it out.
He never stops reminding us.
You can read it at relevantmagazine.com, and you can also
chat with Russell.
Get the print edition at bookstores nationwide. I think they're in almost all Barnes & Nobles. You can also subscribe at relevantmagazine.com. There's a good deal going on right now. All right, well, on that note, we'll wrap things up. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Eddie Koffoltz.
I'm Chandler Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Annie F. Downs.
We'll see you guys next week.
I like that you're broken like me. Maybe that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely like me. I could be lonely with you.
Thank you for listening to the Relevant Podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Check out other shows from the Relevant Podcast Network in the podcast section at relevantmagazine.com. And while you're there, browse exclusive podcast merchandise at our online store. Make sure to subscribe to Relevant Magazine. Info is available at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
There's something sweet tucked in your eyes that I'd love to meet. These are my people, these are my friends. She grabbed my face and that's when she said, I like that you're broken like me. Maybe that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely.
That's because I am wearing a mask. I'm Batman.